What is up, everybody? We are back on F1 Manager. This time, we are at Alfa Romeo. Red and black looks better on us than white and blue anyway, or white and black, whatever AlphaTauri was. We've forgotten about them. They're in the past. We're at a new team. Alfa Romeo, let us cook. Let's get going. New season, new team, new us, new team principal, new second driver. There's a lot of new things going on here in Formula One, especially at Alfa Romeo. It is time to cook. So objectives at Alfa Romeo, 8th or above. We finished 10th with AlphaTauri when they wanted 7th or above. Long-term objective is a podium contender. That's in 2027. You know, that's far away. We probably won't even be here in 2027. We probably would have got fired by then. Good to see they didn't go over the cost cap. I should have went over the cost cap with AlphaTauri. I should have screwed them over if I knew I was getting sacked. But hopefully they've done a decent amount of research. I don't know. It looks like they did a good amount on their rear wing. I mean, they've done some research everywhere else, but I think the rear wing is the best, and the suspension. So maybe we target that first, upgrading those. Season price share is the same. Anything change over here? Nope, everything's the same. That's a bit boring. I mean, oh, also the CFD and the wind tunnel time. That got changed. Look at this. So you're going to get a lot more for finishing down the order. Alfa Romeo finished 9th last season, so we're going to get 104 hours instead of 88 for the wind tunnel. And the CFD, we're going to get 7.8 instead of 6.6. I could have cooked at AlphaTauri if they had given me one more year. I could have cooked. Why would we change? Why would we change when Ferrari won the constructors last year and the drivers? I say we stick with Ferrari. We don't want to annoy any people. Starting balance 15 million. That is plenty of money. Bring us into the new season. We are ready to go. Bahrain will start in about 53 days, so we have time to make some adjustments, develop the car. Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, welcome to the new season. I mean, I'm comparing it to our AlphaTauri car, and you can see the Alfa Romeo is by far the worst car in the grid. So we have gone backwards in the grid. We made it more difficult for ourselves, which I'm fine with. I mean, it was between Alfa Romeo and Haas. If we went to Haas, we would have been more of a point-scoring team, but we did not deserve to go to Haas. I feel like we had to almost go backwards, and Alfa Romeo is pretty much backwards or sideways. You know, they're not better than our AlphaTauri, which I was at last year. Arguably, AlphaTauri should have finished up higher in the constructors, and if points did go down to 15th, we definitely would have. But yeah, so it's going to be a little harder at Alfa Romeo. We do have good drivers. Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo. So we should be able to maximize the best out of this car. We just got to make sure we're developing the right parts. I mean, this isn't very good, is it? Design center, wind tunnel, CFD. It's all down on condition. We've got to refurbish all of it. 2.4 million, 1.5, 2.5. I mean, yes, we're going to. But Alfa Romeo, what are we doing here, lads? What are we doing here? We're going to refurbish all of it. And that's dropped our money all the way down to 4 mil. We have already got some developments in. So we've got the new underfloor, new front wing, new rear wing, all coming in before the first race in Bahrain. We need it if we want to compete, at least for the lower end of the points. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a struggle this year, but we're going to try and do things a little bit more different. You can see this is all bad as well. Who was the last team principal? What are they doing? Let's have a look at the grid for 2024 then. Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc and Sainz, so the same as last year in the Ferrari and Red Bull. Stroll, Alonso, Russell, Hamilton, that's all the same. Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Piastri, Norris. So you've got Albon and Guan Yu Zhou taking Logan Sargent's seat, so that's where he left from Alfa Romeo. And then we obviously know the AlphaTauri seat and then ours as well. So not too many changes at all. Am I seeing this right? I signed Simeon Resta, and AlphaTauri have just brushed him off and they've signed someone else. Don't tell me they've done this for everybody else. But all my signings, they've shipped him off. What? Are they feeling okay? What has happened? AlphaTauri. What? Did they do it to Alan Permain? Oh, AlphaTauri are donuts, man. They are absolute donuts. You know what? This is what happened. All the people I signed, they said they're not coming to AlphaTauri now that I've gone. So they ripped up that contract. Let's see if we can get any of them in. That's some good people to have in our team. Let's have a look at our staff. So technical chief 2 years. Head of Aero, 11 months. We could potentially break that contract and bring in Dirk de Beer, who's 87 rated. That would be worth it. 2 years, 3 years. Sporting Director, 5 years. Okay, well, we're not bringing in Alan Permain. Sorry, mate. 5 years. I am not breaking that contract. Oh, 1.5 mil. I guess we could, but no, I'm not. This isn't good. This is not good at all. So, post-Bahrain testing results. 20th in the top speed, 14th acceleration, 15th low speed, 11th medium speed, high speed, 20th. And this is all after I've put on the upgrades as well. So that is very worrying. We're going to be right at the back of the grid. I will say practice didn't look too great. We looked like the slowest car in the grid by quite a bit. I mean, we kind of knew that by looking at the car analysis, but it does not look good. It does not look like we're going to be able to even be close to points, let alone, yeah, we can't even think about it, let alone try and get it during the race. It's going to be a tough season, I think, especially the first half. We got to get the development going. We've got to get the staff in. And we've got to build Alfa Romeo. And hopefully, they are more open to giving us time. They want 8th in the Constructors this year. So we got to focus on getting 8th this year while also looking towards the future so that we don't get fired. That's the main goal. Right now, it's P1 and P2. We'll take that. I tell you what, have some of that, AlphaTauri. They're down in P14 and P50 with P11, P12. That's what I like to see. Ricciardo currently in the drop zone. Bottas actually looks all right. He looks like he could be getting out of Q1 here. We've got Ricciardo in the slipstream of Bottas. Bottas is kind of a qualifying specialist. On the stats in the game as well, he is. So we trust him. We trust him to get the most out of this car in qualifying. We give him Danny Rick a little bit of a slipstream to help him out down these straights to hopefully push him into Q2 alongside Bottas, because we believe in Bottas. And Danny Rick, that's a good first sector. 27-0 for Danny Rick. A little slower for Bottas because he does not have the slipstream. But Ricciardo is the one that we need to improve as long as Bottas doesn't fall too far down the order. I think Piastri, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, and Albon are all done. Hulkenberg definitely is. So it's looking good as long as we can go green in the middle sector. Pourchaire improves. He jumps ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, but we're rooted against AlphaTauri this time. Ricciardo yellow in the middle sector is a 40.6. It's a 40.6 for both drivers. I think Ricciardo could improve here. Bottas up to the line. Bottas is safe. What about Danny Rick? It's huge for Alfa Romeo. It's Q2 in the first race weekend, and it's both AlphaTauri's out. See you later, fellas. You should have kept me. Alfa Romeo are here to stay. It's great teamwork, and it's Q2. We're moving up the grid. Look at this. I don't know if this is a genius strategy or not. We've got Bottas right in the rear of one of the Mercedes. It is Lewis Hamilton. I like it because we're going to get a nice little slipstream, and the Mercedes should be fast enough to pull a little bit of a gap from us. Ricciardo is behind Gasly as well, so both drivers are going to get a lovely slipstream. Could we get one of them into Q3? We're going to ride on board with Bottas. Look at that. That's a lovely little slipstream. As long as it doesn't hinder him too much through the corners and he doesn't get too much dirty air, this could be absolutely beautiful. It could be a genius move. We're going to lose a lot probably in the middle sector, but this first sector should be very good. It's a 26.9. It is beautiful for Valtteri Bottas. Come on, Bottas. Keep using that slipstream. We could be cooking a Q3 appearance. There's a 27.1 for Danny Rick, so he's not getting the same treatment that Valtteri Bottas is. Bottas could be within a chance of making Q3 here. This could be close. Danny Rick is going to go out. We're currently P14, P15, but Bottas is cooking. But what is he cooking up? Bottas up to the line. It's P12. It's not a Q3 appearance. Ricciardo will stay P15 behind Ocon. But P12 and P15, unless Magnussen can improve. Magnussen up to the line, stays P13. P12, P15. We are happy with that, especially when coming into the weekend after practice, we thought Q2 would be an amazing result. And to get P12 with Bottas, yes, that is his speciality, and I'm sure the race pace will be a little worse. But it's a good start, especially as we're ahead of AlphaTauri. Fun you, AlphaTauri. That's what you get for firing me. I feel we go aggressive. Soft mediums is the way. We could go one stop, but I don't think so. Because the tyre deg on this new update is a little bit troublesome. And I think we go different with Ricciardo. We go the other way. We go mediums, softs. So we are going to have him go a little aggressive. I feel like Bottas on the softs could maybe hold his position and put in a good stint at the start of the race. And maybe Ricciardo can do something as well. And hopefully something falls our way regarding safety cars or whatnot. We're not going to underfuel too much. We want to make sure we have enough fuel so that we can, so we don't have to conserve it. A new season. Can we score points on the first race of the season? We are underway. You can see Aston Martin there at the front. They're still rapid nowadays. Ferrari down to the third row. Leclerc trying to defend his title. Won't be happy with the Ferrari not really being up to scratch. But can we get a decent start? Bottas holding on to P12. It's nice and slow through the first couple of quarters. You can see Williams up there. P8, P9. They're upgrading their car pretty well. They've moved up the grid. Mercedes with Lewis Hamilton is just ahead of us. And Bottas makes a position. Come on, Valtteri. Let him cook. Pourchaire's got past Danny Rick. What are you doing, mate? What are you playing at? You got Yuki coming as well. They're both on the soft tyres, to be fair. Tsunoda around the outside. He's going to get us. The race pace of the AlphaTauri. Well, they are in the softs, but the race pace of the AlphaTauri might be a little bit better than the qualifying pace. I think our drivers are going to carry this car through, you know. We've got a very good driver in Valtteri Bottas. Ricciardo's okay in this game. Not great, but he's okay, and he'll do the job. But I think Bottas is going to be the one that could carry us through this season. And when the car is good, we need to score points. When we have a chance at scoring points, we need to score it. We learned that last year from AlphaTauri. We need to do it this year. And Sakir, we could have a good chance of getting points. I mean, we're currently P11. We do have a good chance of getting points. Yes, we're only 3 laps in, but we've got to maximize this race. Ricciardo dropping down to P19. He's dropping like a stone. We're in the fight. We're in the fight for points with Bottas. Ricciardo, he's kind of just chilling down there and is fading away. P15, he's dropped down to P19. He's struggling with the race pace. But we've got him behind Hülkenberg, and he's got Piastri behind him. It's not looking good at all for Danny Rick. He is really struggling first race of the season. Bottas is in the fight, though. He's there with the Williams of Guan Yu Zhou, and we're actually just going to have him sit there for a little bit. We have used up quite a lot of fuel. We have used up a lot of fuel, actually. He's down to minus 4.1. Bottas showing... Oh, there's a yellow flag. Multiple cars crashed. I was about to say, Bottas is showing good race pace. He's holding on to that P11. Go on, be cars in front. Just not Danny Rick. Oh, beautiful. Carlos Sainz and the Mercedes of George Russell. They've had a bit of a moment. That is not a crash. That is not a crash. Don't get me excited about something when it's just that. Hülkenberg early into the pits. He's putting on another set of soft tyres. Oh, he was just on the mediums. Was he just on the mediums? Yeah, he was. Mediums. That's a very early stop. I mean, he's in a Haas. Haas love an early stop. As I think Albon's going to be pitting at the end of this lap because he's gone full push. So I'm expecting Albon to come in at the end of the lap. He's struggling a little more in those softs. Bottas has been able to manage them a little bit more as Ocon went on through. He's managed his softs even better. But Albon, no, he stays out. Okay, so he's gone for a bit of a push, which is a little bit weird. But, you know, we're fine with it. We're still in the train. Bottas, P11. He's still there or thereabouts. Ricciardo's got a lot of free air now as Magnussen, Gasly, Piastri all into the pits. It feels a bit early to come into the pits, especially if you're on the medium tyres. Ricciardo's doing a good job at managing his mediums compared to everybody else. So I'm happy with what Ricciardo's doing right now. He might be further back in the order, but he is cooking. He's doing something. Albon into the pits. Lap 17. I think it's good that we've managed to control our tyres with Ricciardo better than everybody else. Bottas a lot better than Albon as well. This is going to give us a shot against our rivals. I mean, Zhou, 52% warm mediums. Ricciardo, 65%. It's going to give us a chance to push at the end and get past these guys. So Ricciardo's out ahead of Albon. Albon on a fresh set of softs. I mean, they're actually a used set of softs. He used them in Q3. Ricciardo could do Bottas a little bit of a favour by not making it easy for Albon to pass on by. Tsunoda on 35% worn softs. I mean, I don't see Ricciardo finishing inside the top... the top 10. But he could certainly put in a decent enough race. We've got Bottas just staying out a couple more laps. We're trying to let Stroll past. We're trying to also conserve a bit of fuel and save up some ERS. But yeah, so there goes Stroll. Just stay with him and we can get DRS one more lap. And then we'll probably pit Bottas at the end of the next lap. So let's go full attack. Just make sure you stay with him. Get that DRS. Get that DRS. Bottas, I think he did just about. So Bottas, DRS down this straight. Yes, he does. Okay, Bottas gets DRS. He will be coming in at the end of the lap. We'll put him onto a new set of softs. Have him push a little bit. And then he'll be on a set of mediums at the end of the Grand Prix. First pit stop with our new team. How dodgy is it going to be? Don't be dodgy. Don't be dodgy. Don't be dodgy. We'll take it. 2.7 seconds. We will take that as Ricciardo down the straight now. Magnussen, Zhou. Where's Bottas? Oh, he's coming out way behind him. Okay, that's all right. Ahead of Norris. You need to get out ahead of these two. Come on. There you go. Okay, we'll take that. All right. Good outlap. Let's cook a little bit. Let's try and catch up to the rest of the pack. Stay away from the Haas and the McLaren behind. Give yourself some clear air. And we could do... These are the places you love to see AlphaTauri. P19, P20. That's where you deserve to be. Ricardo, he's struggling a little bit on those mediums, I will say. But he's not doing too bad of a job. He's there. He's still there. And he's making these mediums last a while. I wonder, is a one-stop on the cards? A one-stop is certainly possible. Whether it is estimated race time 130.15115. Yeah, no, it's going to be longer, they're saying. Okay, I don't think we do that then. I think we just stay on the two-stop strategy, but give ourselves the opportunity to push on these softs a little more. Bottas, through on Magnussen, up into P13. Points are on the cards. They're certainly there. If we can nail this strategy, I mean, we do have to go into the mediums, which haven't been working very well for Ricardo. That is a small problem, but we could still score good points here if we maximize everything that we're trying. He's got that DRS on Ocon up ahead. That's huge. Ricardo, we're going to bring him into the pits. He's been out for too long. Get him on the set of softs, and let's see if he can cook. We're out in last by a country mile. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh, my God. Okay, we are on a set of soft tyres, so we can just go for it. But that is 15 seconds. That's going to be very difficult to make up. I mean, when only like 17% fresher tyres than Porsche, who's 15 seconds up the road. Oh, Bottas. Hello. Oh, he's arrived. He has arrived. We weren't even pushing, and he's just gone for the move out of nowhere. I don't know if it's a very good move because he's going to get DRS down this straight now. Is Albon going to have a... No, look at that. Look at the gap we've pulled. Albon on a little bit more used softs is certainly struggling quite a bit more. Bottas, pull out that 1 second. Let's go. I was going to say let him cook, but I've said that so many times. I will stop saying that. Bottas is on fire. Bottas, he's there. He's with a chance. He's with a very good chance of scoring points. It's just we've got to beat one of the Alpines who look decent, or we need a crash inside the top 10. While we're in their DRS, we're going to save fuel. That's the plan. Save as much fuel as we can. Oh, I tell you what, Gasly's lost DRS to Esteban Ocon. We could maybe go for this. We could maybe go for this and move up into P9 and P10 because Perez has pit. Oh, we could certainly go for this. Go attack. If you could get that DRS, send it, Bottas, and we'll take P9 on the track, which will be net P10. Verstappen's had an issue. I don't know where he's coming out. He's not coming out next to us. Oh, not close enough to get that move done just yet. Ricardo's not in last place, at least, because people have made a pit stop. He is, he's going to pit onto soft tyres in about 5 laps. But our focus is on Valtteri Bottas, who is doing something that we did not expect, and that is fight for points here in Sakir. We should have probably we should pit right now, I feel. But we're going to go one more and hope that neither Alpine pits, neither of them pit. Okay, they can't both pit at the same time. I think Gasly... There we go. Go on, go for the move on Gasly. Down the inside, Valtteri Bottas trying to put himself into net P10. Yes, he does. Come on, we're going to pit now. We're going to pit now. We're ahead of the Alpine. We're going to pit onto a set of mediums for Valtteri Bottas. We do need to conserve a bit more fuel. You see, minus 2.1. It's not going down as quick as we had hoped. But Bottas has made a huge move through on the Alpine of Gasly. We'll pit at the end of the lap to try and hold track position and hope that Gasly stay out for a little bit longer, because then we can, you know, do well on our outlap, especially with Verstappen behind as well. We don't want to have to defend against him as he's going for a move on Gasly. Them side by side. Hopefully that'll cost the Alpine a little bit of time. We're coming into the pits. Just wait a second, Verstappen. Just wait. Wait for the main straight, please and thank you. I mean, we're kind of defending against him, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, wait for the main straight. Bottas into the pits now. Please, have a good pit stop. Gasly's into the pits now as well. So getting that overtake done has allowed us the position in the pits. It's a good pit stop from Gasly. It's a good pit stop from Bottas. We stay ahead. Gasly's on a softs. I thought he had to go mediums. Or is that Ocon? Ocon has to go mediums, I think. Oh, no. Where's Gasly? Gasly, yeah, he went medium, soft, soft. Oh, no. All right, well, Gasly is going to fly away from us. Ocon's in the pits. I didn't even see that. Ocon in the pits. We've just about stayed with Gasly for the most part. Ocon into the pits. He's leaving the pits now. We've got a lovely little advantage over him. Stay with Gasly and we could get this P10. We can seriously get a P10 here. Problem is the fuel, we have to go conserve just a little bit longer. We are going to be fine by the end. But is that going to hinder our chances at staying with Gasly? He's broken a bit of a gap this time. You can see he's used up a lot of his ERS to do so, which is good news for us. That's what we want to see. We want to see his ERS light flashing. 3.3 seconds to Ocon behind. Stay with Gasly in that DRS, and we can hold off Ocon, I think. Ricardo into the pits. 2.5 seconds. That's a good pit stop from the pit crew. We're still with Gasly up ahead. This is solid stuff. Ocon closing on in. 3.2 seconds is the gap. He's using those medium tyres. He fancies his chances coming back and taking a points position. We're still using Gasly. We're saving up our ERS. We've saved up our fuel. And we're going to push at some point. When Ocon gets too close, we're going to push and we're trying to overtake Gasly and pull away from the pair of them. That's going to be the idea. But we've got to make sure we're staying with Gasly, who keeps getting that little bit far away, which is getting me a bit uncomfortable. We want to stay within 5/10 if possible. That's good enough. We're just trying to save up that ERS so we have enough to push. We have that DRS to deploy to stay away from Ocon and also get away from Gasly himself. Ocon's arrived. Ocon has arrived. You can see everybody is within 1 second of each other. Gasly had a bit of a push lap that last time. Almost pulled away from us. But now we've got to be careful. Not only do we have to look in front, but we have to look behind as well, because Ocon has joined the party with about 5 to 6 laps to go. 5/10. Just keep within that gap of Gasly. Do not let Ocon overtake. That is the last thing we need. You don't have to overtake Gasly just yet. What's happened? Why is there a yellow flag? Sainz lockup? Hold on. Is Sainz going to join the battle? Is he done? He's done exactly what Ricardo's done, hasn't he? Okay, nice, sweet. How bad are his tyres? How bad are Carlos Sainz's tyres? 47. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He'll stay ahead of us by a country mile. Our focus, Gasly. Stay on the back of Pierre Gasly. Otherwise, Ocon's going to have a go at you. And I'll tell you what, Ocon is not too far behind. Oh, you got to push. You got to push just a little bit. There's another yellow flag. It's not our drivers, though. It's Guan Yu Zhou who's had a lock-up. Yeah, nice. That's fine. That's fine. Stay away from Esteban Ocon. He's scaring me. He is scaring me. I don't know. When do we go for a move? When do we go for a move? I feel like we sit here just that little bit longer. I mean, yeah, his tyres are starting to go off. Ocon's used his tyres to catch up to us. He's on the same usage of tyres. That's what we like to see. We've just got to be careful. If Ocon goes for a move and takes away that 10th spot, that screws up everything for us. So we've got to stay there, stay in P10, or we take P9. It's one of the two. I'm thinking we take P9. We're close enough. We're close enough. Do we go for it? I think we do. I think we do. Bottas, this time by, you're going full push, mate. You're going full push, and we're going to go for the overtake. We'll go medium. I don't want us to crash. If you see it, go for it. If you see it, go for it. If you see it, go for it, Bottas. Around the outside. Valtteri Bottas, side by side with Gasly. Gasly gets the DRS. Can we pull away this lap? Can we pull away out of that DRS, or have we done it too early? We might have done it too early. We're wasting everything that we've got. Our push lap, our ERS that we've saved up, our tyre attempts are going through the roof, all to try and get out of that DRS. We didn't get out. Oh my God, it's close. We could get out still. We could still get out and then hope the Alpines go for battle. It's 1 second to Pierre Gasly. We're using all of that ERS. This is for P9 in the first race of the season. 1.2 seconds to Gasly. We've got away, but is Ocon going to sweep on through? He is. Alpine calling for the switch, or are they going to fight? It looks like they're going to fight down into turn 1, side by side. That's what we like to see, but Ocon is through, and this is, oh my God, I see a Ferrari. I see a wild Ferrari on the horizon. Carlos Sainz, mate, do you want to get overtaken by cheeky little Valtteri Bottas? You supply that Ferrari in the back of our... Oh my God. I've just realised. I've used up all my fuel. That is the scariest thing I've ever seen. I've just used up all of my fuel. All of my fuel's gone. Go on, stay with him, Bottas. Stay with him. Get that DRS. Hold on. Hold on a second. Is P8 on the cards? Is P8 on the cards here? Oh my God. Good thing we got DRS, because that's helping us stay away from Esteban Ocon just that little bit longer. Ricciardo, how are you doing, mate? How are you doing? You fighting anybody? No, he's just dead last. Carlos. Wait, what's happened? What's happened? There's a yellow flag. What's going on? What's going on? Virtual safety car. No! No, we're about to attack Carlos! You can't do that to me. You can't, unless it's someone in the top 8. I'm not happy. I am not happy at all. Unless that's someone inside the top 8, I am not happy. Who was it?
Oh dear, a crash.
It's definitely people behind us. It is. Oscar Piastri, P9 teammate. What are you doing? We have a chance of beating a Ferrari, fella. Oh, that was a Haas. That's a Haas out.
VSC.
Oh, we're right there. I'll tell you what, that's pretty much confirmed P9, unless the VSC comes in quick enough. Ricciardo's not going to finish dead last. He's gone past. He's just overtaken Piastri under the VSC. Is Piastri out as well then? He's probably got damage from it. Yeah, Piastri's got damage, so he's probably been given the okay to go past him. I mean, we're not going to watch the replay of that. Piastri, mate, you probably should come in, but if you want to stay out, I guess you can stay out. More power to you, mate. It's not going to end in time. It's not going to end in time. We're not going to have a go at Carlos Sainz. We were there. We were there. We could have overtaken a Ferrari on track. We could have beaten a Ferrari on pure pace. But the VSC is staying out. And Lance Stroll wins. Oh, that's devastating. That is devastating. How is Magnussen running wide, mate? It's literally... We're under VSC. VSC ended. Brilliant. Now you want to end? Up to the line, you want to end, yeah? Donuts. Donuts, donuts, donuts. I'll tell you what. We will take a P9, though. P9 beating both Alpines. That's 2 points for Alfa Romeo. Could have been P8, which would have been 4 points, and almost the same tally that we scored last year with AlphaTauri. What a start that is to our new team. AlphaTauri, I hope you're watching. Huge, huge points in Sakit. It could have been more as well. Sainz, you're lucky that VSC came out. Daniel Ricciardo was very, very disappointing. He was pretty much lost until that incident happened. And yeah, 2 points. We will take that any day of the week. Look at that. Ahead of Alpine, ahead of McLaren, Williams, Haas, AlphaTauri. We're going to be fighting for that P6, P7, P8, wherever it will be. I'm sure teams will develop quicker than us. We do get a point as well in the DHL fastest lap. Yes, please. We'll take that. We're buzzing. Very disappointed with Ricciardo. A little worried about him. Very happy with Valtteri Bottas. Oh, look at that. Bottas's performance rating has increased. All right, if you guys are excited about this series now, with this new team, Alfa Romeo, with Bottas and Ricciardo at the wheel, go ahead, leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well. Give me a comment about what you think of this new team and if we're going to whoop AlphaTauri this season to give him the bird for kicking us out the team. But anyway, make sure you go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.